Is it? I mean, you just played them 4 days ago, or whatever it was. Was it good to get that first one out of the way before coming here? A little
Yeah,
bit?
but it's very different than if it was a coach or a player coming back, right? Like for me, like I'm not on the ice. I don't have an impact on the actual game itself when it's being played. So it's very different than if I coach this team and then I coach against them, or if I played here. So it's for me, like I'm in the background. So it's not like if. I mean, it's fun. You want to win every game, and like I said, I had a great time here. But it's very different being in this role than if you were a player or a coach that has an actual impact on the game being played.
What is it like for you? I mean, I guess to be back in this building with your brother here.
That's right. That's it. It's not as. I'm actually surprised he got up this morning, but it's his third or fourth one that he's done. So it's fun. Like it's fun for all the players to see all the dads. We had a nice dinner last night, and it's the dads. All our families have had a big part as the players and getting where they are, and even the staff. The equipment guys, the medical guys. It's nice for their parent, whether it's a father or a brother, depending on who came, or a mentor. That they get to see how we live on the road and how we travel, which is pretty nice where they travel and nice hotel. But it's nice to show people close to you like what you do, and it's almost like bring your kid to work day, but you're bringing a family members. So it's great for the players, for the staff, for everyone. It's fun to have our family here. So.
With the way that the team played against Colorado, is there a sense when you watch this team that when they play against those top teams, they're able to elevate their play? And what do you see as a general manager as kind of the keys to staying at that level as consistently as consistently as possible?
But that's actually, even the games before that, when we did, you might not have gotten the results at home. We actually played pretty well. And there's no moral victories. You don't get expected points in the standing. You only get actual points. So, but the challenge all the time is you obviously we played arguably the top two teams in the league in Tampa and Colorado, and we beat them. But now it's Tampa again today. But when you get into the other games, you can't just say, all right, we can breathe out because we're not playing the top team. Every team, you see it in our conference. I mean, you win 2 games, you're almost in first place in your division, and you lose 2, you're in last place. So every point matters, regardless of who we play against, and it's going to be a big challenge tonight again.
Do you suspect what you just said, like how tight it is, that's going to be the story the whole season, or do you think eventually things are going to separate a little bit?
If I knew what was going to happen, but listen, that's a parity that's around the league right now. So we can't take any games for granted, right? There's no easy games, and I know it's a cliche, but the reality is there's never been as much parity. You look at the Eastern Conference, it's ridiculous right now. Like there's 3 points, I think, or 4 points between first and last in our division, or 4 or 5 at this time of year. So it shows you that you can't breathe out. You can't just say, all right, let's take a little breather here. Like we'll have 3 days off at Christmas. That's a breather we're gonna have, So every 2 point matters, regardless of who you play.
You talked a lot about giving young players a chance, and I know you're still, you're looking around to make the team better. You will, but what have you seen, especially from Shabanov getting a chance, Palmieri spot, and Pajot, Richie getting that spot for now?
Well, the guys have played great, and what's great thing with Patrick is he's a coach that doesn't mind playing the young guys. You saw Matthew Schaefer, like by game 3 or 4, he was playing 25 minutes some games, and it's we talk about when someone goes down, and you see the Lightning have had a lot of success with a lot of guys hurt right now. It's next man up mentality, and that's what you have to have. And Shabanov was playing really well before he got hurt. He came back. It's always an adjustment the first few games, and then he's been playing extremely well. Now he got an opportunity with Palmieri out, and he's actually played really well with Bo and Heineman. And Richie, his game was always very good defensively, but his offensive game was starting to come. Actually, when he was paired with Shabby at the end of the road trip, and now whenever someone gets hurt, it's an opportunity for someone else. And he's played. He made that nice pass to Duke against Tampa for that goal that was important because they kept pushing in the third, and so. The guys have really, and they get the trust of Patrick, which really helps a young guy when you're not a mistake away from being sitting on the bench. So he gives them the opportunity and he trusts them. So they've really helped us with those injuries.
What kind of message do you think that sends to players in Bridgeport that if there's an opportunity, they could get a chance?
For sure. Look at, like early in the year, we called up Marshall Warren. He played well. And then next time we needed a D, I called Rocky. I said, who do you feel like has been playing the best right now? He said, Travis Mitchell is the one that's been up. He's actually played really well. And so that's the mentality we want to have is you eat what you kill, right? Like you get what you deserve. So whether you're a top pick or a free agent, like to me, it's just a way to acquire a player. So if whoever plays well is the one that's going to play.
Do you have any kind of updates on Pajot or Drew and when they might be available?
Pajot's close. Like he's literally we said week to week, he's day to day. Like he's very close. There's still a chance for tomorrow, but we'll see. Like so, he's we're talking in days. And Joe just had a little tweak, lower body injury. Like he stayed back home just to get some treatment, but I don't expect him to be out too long. So hopefully it's just day to day. That's what we think it is. And again, it just happened, so we'll see when we get back. But I don't expect anything long term. And Pajot, like you saw, like he's basically going through full practice. He doesn't have the. It's weird. It's a red non-contact jersey. I guess we do orange. So.
Yeah.